In this video, I'm gonna make a guitar beat and just show you guys how you can finesse your melodies and resample yourself and just make your melodies more unique and more interesting. Obviously, you're gonna hop into flex on your mom. Anyway, guitars, chill guitar for the electric guitar. We're gonna turn down all of this stuff, move this up. Actually, I'll leave them. And I'm just gonna put some chords in, you know. Shout it. Do something like this. Then we're gonna Alt R and Alt S to strum it. Maybe we'll change this little riff up. This sounds so wavy already. Gonna clone it and maybe add a lead. I think I got something. By the way, I was playing on my Midi keyboard to the side of me. You can't really see it, but you know. I'm gonna add a little pad now. I'm just gonna build up the chords. Whoops. Hey. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna add some effects to all these. Gonna like focus on the stereo separation of the instruments. So I want the main guitar chords to be more in the left, and like the flutes to be in the right, which is the lead. And I'm gonna separate out the guitar and the flute so they're really wide. And then the other two sounds, I'm gonna keep them more in the center, so it sort of highlights how wide like the guitar chords and the flute is, if you know what I mean. If you don't, let me know in the comments. Maybe I can explain it better. But I'm gonna add some reverb onto the guitar. There's a chorus. I'll copy it onto this other guitar. Let me listen to it in solo. Also gonna add some delay onto this guitar to make it a little bit more ambient. Copy the reverb onto this. I'm gonna open free phaser. Add it on the metallic preset. Just turn down the mix. Yeah, I'm gonna copy the reverb again to the flute. And the reason I do this is just so that it can all sound like it's from one room and it sort of merges the sounds together. Because if you use different reverbs, then it's gonna sound like it's coming from a different room, because reverb is basically the sound of a room. So yeah, that's it. That's it, my guy. Gonna cut some low end, about to 100 hertz. And cut out these mids because it usually just clashes with vocals, and boost the highs. Sometimes I have some drums. I'm gonna go straight where it is a spins. Hey. Yeah. Shorten it, EQ and boost. Just gonna drag in a hi-hat MIDI. I kind of want the snares to fill in where the hi-hats aren't. Let me put in the claps actually. Yeah. Just add in a hi-hat loop from my, open hi-hat loop from my percussion loops. Yeah. Gonna mix down the drums a little bit. I like to pan the snares to the left and the open hi-hat loop usually, what I usually use for open hi-hat to the right. Then what I do is route all the drums apart from the 808 to a separate channel, Add a reverb to it. Copy my settings if you want. Just do this. Cut out the lows. Delete some highs and move down the mix. Then we'll see what we can do with resampling the loop, because I like to get like an arrangement down and then flip it and like resample it, almost like you're using a loop. That's like a basic arrangement. So what I'm going to do is all the melodies route to channel 1, so I'm going to click this and press Alt-R. It's going to render it out, and yes sir, so now it's exported. We can press T and mute all of this just by clicking and holding and hovering over it, because the loop's down here. Route it back to channel 1. And like a pretty easy way just to flip it and sample yourself. Pitch it down or up. I'll pitch it down 300 to see what it sounds like. Then we need to pitch the 808 down 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's hard. And another thing you can do is now export out a part of it or the whole thing again, just so you can get it in the same pitch without having to mess with it. So I'm going to do that. Just export like the hook area, and yeah, now I'm gonna mess with it more. So now it's this. Might pitch up, or maybe even do this new thing. I don't know. So it doesn't actually change the pitch; it just changes the format. That sounds sick. This is right. I think 9 is free, so I'm gonna route it to 9 and add some effects. Add some delay. Maybe this preset. Just turn it all the way up. Yeah, that's hard. That is hard. Oh my goodness. So basically, if you guys missed that, because I don't know how well I explained that. Basically, what I did was I exported the sample, the whole sample arranged, and then just pitched it down like 300, so 3 semitones. And yeah, and then I thought, oh, that's cool. I like the sound of this. You know, I resampled myself. I pictured it like, imagine you get a loop from someone, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll just pitch it down. That's basically what I did. But also I rendered it into a audio file, just because it's one, it's easier, and 2, I kind of like how pitching down an audio file changes it. It like reduces the quality. So I think that sounds kind of cool, and I like what it does. Like pitching up or pitching it down as an audio file changes it. And yeah, it sort of sounds sampled, if you get what I mean. And then once I did that, I found that, boom, I thought this area needed something more. So I was like, well, I already have a whole sample here. Why don't I just export the hook, pitch down, and then fiddle with it? So what did I do? I got the hook, put it where I thought it needed something else, maybe a different melody. It's a pretty cool technique I found from actually school, that if you have like a sample already, you can like flip it in different ways and almost like make a whole track out of one sample, one like foundation sound. So I'm sort of using that ideology here and making a melody out of my existing melody. I exported it out, reversed it, and then in FL Studio they updated it, and you can now do the Stretch Pro and fiddle with the format. So I just pushed the format all the way up and turn the volume down, and then added some effects, and it was this preset on Valhalla Supermassive, Rings Around the World. Yeah, it sort of like makes it ambient and makes it drag on for a while, like it ends here instead of like right here. And yeah, because I thought like it needed to fill out more space, but I didn't want to add it again because then it'd be a bit too repetitive. So yeah, it sounds cool though. And it's definitely a good way to add in like more uniqueness to your beats, because most people, they'll get a melody and that's what they'll use, but you know, if you sample it and resample melodies, then you're gonna come up with something different. And also like people use the same sounds, people use the same chords, and it's not really like, oh, everyone's doing the same thing, everyone's copying each other. It's because there's only a certain amount of sounds that you can use, there's only a certain amount of chords. So by doing this, you're gonna make things unique because your brain thinks, you know, in its own way, so someone else isn't gonna come up with the same thing or exactly the same. That's just my opinion, you know, but I think this sounds cool, and I think it definitely added like that little bit of extra sauce to the beat. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, check out this video because I think it'll help you. You know, I'm teaching you how to make guitar melodies, so check it out.